sacred beings, and welcome back to the Sacred Jewel. My name is Jewel, and this is a spiritual community growing together while on our sacred journeys. Today I'm excited because we're talking about astral projection, and that's one of the main topics of my channel is spirituality, witchcraft, astral projection. If you've never been here before, welcome. Please subscribe. This is my dog Indica, and we live full-time in an RV, and we're currently in Leavenworth, Washington. At the end of the video, I will be posting what is to come with the channel, so what you can expect, some of the requests I've received, and what will be the next upcoming videos. So today I wanted to talk about astral projection because I haven't done that in a while, and share with you an experience that I had. I've had many, but this one I thought was pretty cool because I got to meet a spirit guide, or almost meet a spirit guide. So if you don't know what astral projection is, that is when your body is asleep and your astral body travels around and leaves your physical body. So I've shared another video which I will post above. So that will be up here, where it will give you tips of how to do it. I don't know how long she's going to be sitting here, but I thought it would be cool to give you an up-close look at my baby. Oh yeah, I'm going to get her down, so 1 second. Okay, and we are back. She's going to hang out over there the rest of the video. Maybe, but maybe not. So, astral projection, you know what it is. You can look more into it. You can check the video out. This is not going to be like a tips how-to. This is just going to be an experience and sharing that with you guys. So I wrote it down in my dream journal with the gold rim that I love from my grandma. So this was written down the morning of October 23rd, 2020. So I woke up around 7 a.m. and I stayed awake for about an hour and a half on my phone. So maybe there will be a little bit of tips in here on astral projection. So if you don't know, the best time to do it or to have the most success is after you have a good night's sleep. You wake up, you go to the bathroom, drink some water, be on your phone, and lay down when your body is still tired, but your mind is kind of waking up. That is the best chance to astral project. So I started feeling really tired again, and I knew if I went back to sleep, I would astral project. So I fell asleep. It was very hard to tell if I was awake or asleep, so it took about 3 tries of falling out of bed and becoming aware. So in my other video, I talk about my method that works best for me when I know I'm ready to astral project. Instead of doing the rope technique or other techniques, I try to throw my body off the bed and roll out of bed, and then my soul body or astral body will roll out of my physical and then be astral. So the first try to leave my body, I missed my chance. So you have a window there where you are in between sleep paralysis and the vibrations. That is really your time to leave your body. My second attempt, I thought I could leave my body but wasn't sure, and I forgot there was a way to check if I was successfully astral projecting, which I'll get to that. So the third time's the charm. After I rolled out of my bed and I knew I successfully left, I remembered to check to make sure I was awake or not, or astral or not. And I read this somewhere. There's another tip for when you are lucid dreaming, that you can look at your hand and stabilize your hand, because in your dream it's going to be really fuzzy and blurry. So this time I remember to check if I was awake or not. I tried to push my right index finger through my left hand. So I literally try to push my finger through my hand in my dream, because then if you're dreaming or astral projecting, you can put your finger through your hand. And at first it wasn't going through, so I pushed harder because I knew I was astral. I just wanted to try out this technique that I've been reading about and thinking about. So I pushed harder and I knew I was astral, and that's when my finger started to sort of melt through my hand. So I removed my finger and I watched my palm go back to normal. So it was I shook my hand because I could kind of feel the burning sensation where I just stuck my finger through my hand. And then I floated through a glass door to get to the outside. So in my other videos I talk about going, like, actually unlocking a door and using the handle, but I want, at this point in 2020, I wanted to grow my talents, or, you know, level up, if you will, and try to go through windows and doors without having to unlock or open them. Excuse me. So I floated through a glass door to get to the outside. I kept my eyes open because a lot of the times I close them because it's just so intense, like with all the visuals. So I kept them open as I passed through the glass, and I 100% believed I could pass through it, so I did. That's another tip. I'm gonna have to like label tips on here. You have to mentally, like, if you have any doubt at all that you can't do something when you're astral, because that is how you control your body. When you're projecting or astral traveling, is all through your mind, and that's also how you talk to other beings. So if you have a slight doubt in your mind, you're basically telling yourself you can't do it, or it's not going to happen, so it won't. So I 100% believed I could pass through the glass, and so I did. I could see the different layers of the glass as I passed through, so that was super cool. I remember it being like blurrier, like hazy, and then getting clearer and clearer until I went all the way through. So after I went through the glass door, I saw kids walking around in the street, and I always get excited when I see other beings in the astral realm. I always want to talk to them. So for some reason I wanted to ask them how old they were, and they said they were 5, although they looked like they were 11 or older. So at that point I then remembered my intention for the projection was to meet my spirit guide. So anytime you want to astral project, it's always really good to not go into it blind, like have a point of what you want to do. Like sometimes I wanted to travel to another planet, and I'll post that one above where I met like these wolf people on another planet. But for this one I wanted to try to meet my spirit guide. That was the whole thing, was to meet them. So I asked out loud, which is asking in your mind, like I just said it in my mind, like I want to talk to my spirit guide, like where's my spirit guide? And instantly a cormorant bird, so I will show the picture probably right here because it's all snow outside. A cormorant duck, really, flew to me, and it stood in front of me. So I said hi, in my mind of course, but nothing happened. And so I waited as we stared at each other, so I was just waiting, staring at this cormorant bird, duck, to see if I would receive any messages. So I was just being patient with whatever maybe the bird was my spirit guide or spirit animal totem. So finally the bird transformed and turned into a woman. I asked her if she was my spirit guide, and she said no. She said I have a while to go before I meet it. I asked her how long, and she said 2 years. I told her that I've been doing this, so astral projecting, for more than 2 years, and she said you have to be doing it, astral projecting, for 2 years at the same location before I can meet my spirit guide. So at that point I was living in Mount Hood, Oregon for about 8 months, and we were planning to be there for a year, and we actually left like right after a year. So I never hit that 2 years in one location because I live in an RV and travel, so that was kind of disappointing. But now I know if I want to meet my spirit guide and you really have to be comfortable in the area you're in when you astral project. Like here, we just moved here in October 2021, and I maybe astral projected once, and it wasn't even anything crazy because I'm still not comfortable in this environment. I think I just was astral in the RV, and then I went back to my body and started dreaming. So I haven't astral projected here because I'm not comfortable yet. So even though I didn't meet my spirit guide, it still felt like it was the spirit guide's messenger, which was pretty cool. That, you know, the cormorant bird and then it turning into the woman. So I enjoyed that, and then that was the whole experience. But I also wrote down, like, what does it mean when you see cormorants? So if you are interested, if you've ever dreamt of a cormorant duck, or I'm from Florida, so I would see them all the time, you know, in the oceans, riding on the boat. So if you want to know, this is what seeing a cormorant, I can't say it, a cormorant spirit animal totem. Cormorant is asking you to dive deep into your desires. They bravely choose to experience heavy challenges because they understand that being uncomfortable is necessary in order to achieve goals. Cormorant is telling you that hard times are actually gifts that are leading you to your soul's needs. Cormorants are sea ravens, so that I never knew until I read this, and I love ravens, so a sea raven sounds pretty cool too. Since they live by the sea, I might be attracting more ravens. So at that point, into my life, because I live in the mountains. So these are the notes that I was telling myself. So help people now and you may be rewarded later. So work through those challenges and you'll be successful. So then I looked up ravens. So this is the meaning of a raven spirit animal totem. Raven, magic, mystery, creation, transformation, adaptability, fearlessness, and the trickster. So ravens help you develop your ability to perceive the subtle magic shifts of energy that are everywhere. You have the ability to fold time and space to be exactly at the right moment at the right time. Synchronicities. Ravens teach that those around you are reflecting back to you the things you most need to learn about yourself. 100%. I totally believe that. You know, we're all connected. If you want to look at my last video about a dream I had about timelines, that kind of reminded me of that, I'll post it up there. So the trickster in Raven will teach you how to transform any manipulative tendencies you feel. Okay, so let me read that again. Raven will teach you how to transform any manipulative tendencies you feel into a way to empower and inspire others to do what's best for them. So that touches like home, because I've been told by exes and people that I'm very manipulative, and I did have the draconian starseed, reptilian starseed. I had linked up with one of them in my previous starseed videos, and they are manipulative. So yeah, sometimes the way I talk, even if I don't know, I might be manipulating someone unconsciously. But in this way, it's saying you might do that in order to help somebody do what's best for them. So that is a positive thing. It's not always bad. What else? You can also help trick and sneak around others' egos to help them grow in new ways. So that is pretty amazing. But yeah, that was my dream. And then you got some tips in there for astral projection, and you also got 2 spirit animal totems. And I'm sorry if I'm talking fast, but things have been hectic here. I also work here at this snow park, and we've been shoveling a lot of snow. So, but anyways, this is what is to expect in my next video. So the very next video, as requested, is going to be a more in-depth about the reptilians and draconians. So that is the next one, where I'll share more positive traits. So if you lined up with them, or if you know someone, or you're just curious, you'll learn a lot about the history and then positive and negative things about them. After that, I think what I'm going to do is a card reading, because that was just requested today actually. Someone said they would like more, like pick a deck, and I know there's a lot of those online, but this is my channel where it's all about beginners, so beginning, and I still read out of my tarot book, but I know that when I pull the cards, they're very accurate. So at least you'll be seeing, if you're a beginner tarot reader, or if you're interested, how to do it, and then how you can kind of teach yourself. So that will be in the next video. And then I haven't really posted a lot about witchcraft, which is one of my main topics of the channel. So I think I want to do something like that. Oh, next, I'm going to show you right now over here a list of witchcraft ideas. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'm thinking I will spread it out, you know, over a couple months, but touch on all those topics. So if you're interested in that, or anything sounds good, just comment below, like yes, no, can you do this type of stuff. And then if you liked my astral projection story, or had something similar where you met a spirit guide and you've actually astrally projected, it's a tongue twister, to meet a spirit guide, let me know, because that is awesome. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time.